Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nazim bin Ainuddin and I'm from DLM 4E. Today I want to share how the journey of the cadbury in international trade logistics. So, what is international logistics? According to the Council of Logistic Management, logistics is the management process of planning, implementing and controlling the physical and information flows concerned with materials and final goods from the point of origin to the point of usage. International logistics involve the management of these resources in a company's supply chain across at least one international border. Example of international logistics is oversight the purchase of cocoa beans in South Africa and meat from New Zealand to fulfill the company's production demand. Next, we go to the background of cadbury. Cadbury is internationally headquartered in Uxbridge, West London, and operate in more than 50 countries worldwide. It is known for its dairy milk chocolate, the cream egg and rose selection box, and many other confectionery products. One of the best known British brand, in 2013, the Daily Telegraph named cadbury among Britain's most successful export. Cadbury was established in Birmingham, England in 1824 by John Cadbury, who sold tea, coffee and drinking chocolate. Cadbury developed the business with his brother Benjamin, followed by his son Richard and Josh. Dairy milk chocolate, introduced in 1905, used a higher proportion of milk within the recipe compared with rivals' product. By 1914, the chocolate was the company's best-selling product. Next, we go to the production chocolate manufacturing. The production of Cadbury's delicious chocolate begin with the cocoa tree. It produces large cocoa pods that sprout from the tree trunks and main branches. They and that many of them toad. Each tree only produces around 30 pods each year. Each pod contains 30 to 40 seeds which sit in a sweet white pulp, rather like cotton wool. These seeds are the cocoa beans. From trees to beans, Cadbury buys cocoa comes from Ghana in West Africa, where the main harvesting periods take place between October and December. When they are ripe, the cocoa pods turn a rich golden color. They are then cut down from the trees and the pulp and beans are removed from the outside husk. The beans are then fermented. There are two main methods of cocoa bean fermentation: heap and box. In West Africa, the heap method is used. The cocoa beans are piled up and on a layer of a banana leaf with more leaf placed on the top to cover them. They are then left for 5 or 6 days to ferment. This is when much of the chocolate flavor develops. The pulp around the beans become liquid drained away. So, this is some picture how process to dry the cocoa bean in Ghana, West Africa. Next, the wet beans are dried in the sun and turned frequently so that they dry evenly. This is crucial because if any beans are still wet, they will go moldy when they are stored. Once the farmers are happy, the beans are dry. They are taken to buying stations when the beans are weighed and packed into sacks. In Ghana, the official Ghana Cocoa Board will grade the cocoa according to quality before the beans are taken to the pot. Once Cadbury has selected its cocoa bean, they arrive in the UK and are transported to one of the world's most efficient processing factories at Czech not whales. Then, the production process of Cadbury. The beans are delivered to chick, emptied out onto a conveyor belt and thoroughly cleaned and processed. The beans are then roasted in a revolving drum called a continuous roaster. Hot air is filtered into the roasters and the beans pass along it. And it is during this process that you will begin to smell chocolate. The roasted beans are kibbled, broken into small pieces, and then winnowed. The brittle shells are blown away, leaving just the nibs, the center of the beans. The nibs are then ground in a mill until they become a chocolate-colored liquid, rather like thick cream, over half of which is cocoa butter. The liquid is called mass or cocoa liquid, and this is basic ingredient for all cocoa and chocolate products. Mass contain cocoa butter and about half of this is pressed out. You are then left with a solid block that can be ground into cocoa powder and is used to make a Cadbury drinking chocolate. The cocoa mass is sent to the Cadbury milk factory in Marlborough near Hereford. Here it is mixed with sugar and fresh full cream milk, which has already been condensed into a thick liquid. So, this is the core process to deliver the final product. Next, we move on to the mode of transportation for international trade. The mode of transportation for international trade is the most important to do the international logistics. There are 5 modes of transportation, which is sea, road, pipeline, railway and air. Next, we go to the summary of international trade. Firstly is manufacturer. Activity in the factory, production line and packaging. This is activity from the origin place in the UK. Then custom. Custom is the documentation of the transportation to export their product to the overseas. Then import. Mode of transportation for international trade, which is air, pipeline, sea, railway and road. Then lastly is arrive. The product is stored in the warehouse and the product ready to deliver to the store or mall or the supplier and retailer. After that is document that required for international trade. Firstly is certificate of origin. Declaration by the manufacturer, producers, supplier, exporter. Then second is bill of lading. Contract in exchange of the product they receive. Then third is insurance certificate, to ensure the safety of the properties. And lastly is purchase order, to reflect term and condition of sale contract between buyer and seller. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.